Hello, we're in my garage today, and I'm gonna share with you a few green tips for the winter time. So as you can see, there's a unusually low amount of snow this year. Usually you wouldn't be able to see like these cedars that would be filled with snow, but I'm not complaining about that too much. So yeah, if we're outside today, it's because I'm gonna give you a few green winter tips. And the first one, as you can see, I have some ice on my asphalt there. You can use salt, which at low temperature will melt it, but using so much salt is not that good for the earth. So one thing you can do is literally use earth. Oh well, just do it. It's always better when you have a visual. So here you go. Put some dirt on your ice, and the dirt will stick to the ice. You can mix it with maybe a little bit of salt if you really want it to stick, and it's gonna prevent people from falling. Here you can see my pepper tree that was filled with aphids and all sorts of little flies that contaminated my salad, my little salad garden here, indoor salad garden. So I took everything out because I couldn't get rid of the flies, and you know the new season is coming, which by the way I'm gonna document on video everything I do about my garden this year. It's gonna be in the format probably of a video log. This thing, another green tip, is my compost, because with all the snow sometimes you can't compost, or at least you can't reach the compost pile or bin. So what I do, oh I'm making a mess. That's what I do. No, what I do is I take a big tub, and I just keep whatever I use in the house. I'm just training this thing up. What I use in the house in my trusty Folgers plastic coffee can, and when it's filled, I drop it in there. From time to time, I can give it a quick stir like that. Probably you can't see. Or you can even close the lid and just give it a tumble. So yeah, another winter tip. Don't forget to feed the birds, because if you want them to eat the bugs during the summer, you need to help them stay alive during the winter. At least the birds that stay here during the winter, like blue jays and doves and all that stuff. Although I don't think doves eat that much bugs, but well, they must. Anyway, they're always good to have around. The more life there is in the garden, the better it is. Alright, but what I wanted to show you, hope you can see it. Damn, I just put this morning, it's already frozen. Oh no, not yet, okay. This is a pot, and I'm using the cold outside to freeze it. And what I do, once it's frozen, I put it in my, there you go, in my fridge. That's over there. And what happens is that instead of the fridge having to draw energy to actually keep itself cold, well, you have this big chunk of ice just giving away while it defrosts. It just gives away its coldness to the fridge, and your fridge has to work less to keep its temperature. And actually I've done this last year too, and I think it brought my bill down like $25 a month. I had an old fridge that was a pretty big eater of energy, but not sure if you can see me right. All right, so yeah, it's a good tip, and I mean the cold is there, you might as well use it. I just thought of a few more saving tips. In Canada, most people, when it's like -10, -20, or even more, they let the car heat before they go about their business. And sometimes people can let the car like 15 minutes. They just let the car run so it gets hot. But the thing is, if you have, unless you have an older car which stalls when you start moving it, then you can gauge how long you need it to I don't know, to get hot before you drive it. But when your car is new, like mine, it's 2007. Basically, in the morning, you just start it. 30 seconds after, you're good to go. Unless, of course, you would like the car to be hot, like the inside of the car to be hot when you get in. If you have a baby, I can understand that. But for my part, I just put gloves and a scarf and all that stuff. And actually, if you let your car run like too long, it actually just like dirties up the inside of the engine, because it's not running like high speed or anything. It's just idling there. So you might think of that, and it's gonna save you some gas. And also for older car again, or when it gets like to -40, we use I'm not gonna show it because it's gonna be too dark, but the block heater. It's a little plug that, anyway, it's in the front of the car, and basically it heats the motor up so the car doesn't have to do it itself when you start it. Again, I remember my father, he had an old car and he used the block heater like everybody else. He plugged it at night, and then in the morning the car was still hot. But all night long the electricity was pumping and heating the motor. And what you have to do basically is you just need to like plug it an hour before you start the car, and the motor will be hot. Maybe if it's -30, I would plug it like 2 hours maybe. But yeah. And another thing, if you you like to have your I'm just showing you my neighborhood. If you put your clothes on the line, I don't, I dry them inside because I got a spare room. And you can, even when it's -10 like today, it's gonna be some noise because there's a tractor come in. Yeah. But when it's beautiful and sunny, you can put your clothes on the line anyway. They're gonna dry, maybe not totally, but instead of having to put it in the dryer like 40 minutes, you're just gonna need maybe 15 minutes. So yeah, it's gonna save you some more energy. Alright, that's it for the tips, I think. See you next time.